Trapped without a hope of amnesty, feeling all the weight of the world. Life's got reduced to travesty, feeling all the weight of the world. All this grief you left unstated gave me the go-ahead to throw it all away. I'm now ungraded, but not detonated. Without an opening, my life has turned to gray. Seems this was a chance I had to take, far as I could know. Instead of taking two steps forward, I've done the ditch below. Seems this was a chance I had to take, far as I could know. Instead of taking two steps forward, I've done a ditch below. I'm searching for a glimpse of light to help me find a path to take me home. It's all so damn heavy, feeling all the weight of the world, feeling all the weight of the world, feeling all the weight. Good evening, all out there. I hope everyone's doing well on this, the umpteenth rendition of TUNESday. So what you heard first off is a brand new tune that I wrote. I basically finished up the lyrics last night around 4 a.m. But basically wrote a new tune. And I played it for y'all first. So thank you for joining me here in the chat room tonight. I see a lot of familiar faces. I see some new faces. I see Mike Ostrich is back in town. It's good to see you again, buddy. Kevin Feely, as always, great to see you. Monique Milenciano, always great to see you. Morgan, always great to see you. Andrew Tapp, yes, my man who gave me some suggestions that we're going to be incorporating in what we've decided to start bringing back in a Facebook group, and it's called Let's Write a Song. So if I can make this a weekly thing, I'm going to try and do it. The basic concept is you toss me subjects, objects, predicates, nouns, pronouns, adverbs, adjectives, you name it, possible chord structures, possible notes, possible time signatures. In the case of Andrew Tapp, Eric Weber, and oh my gosh, I'm blanking right now on the third, and I highly apologize. But yes, basically a lot of suggestions that came my way, and I've incorporated that into a brand new song, which Andrew gets credit for the title. I did not go with Purple Giraffes. I just want one Purple Giraffe. So Purple Giraffe will be debuted a little bit later on tonight. And the three gentlemen who chimed in and gave me some ideas get some co-writing credit on this too, because I wouldn't have written this without you. But if you are not yet on Facebook and did not receive an invite from me, A, I apologize. But B, search on TUNESday, and you should be able to see a Facebook group that has been started. And in essence, we just have ongoing threads where cover tune challenges, suggestions that you might have that you want me to play for my own material, and let's write a song. So hopefully we can build something off of that. I think it's funny that without fail, there's going to be far more response with the Let's Write a Song component, and there's going to be lots more response with the cover tune challenge component. But my music, whatever, it's cool. If I missed anyone else out there in the chat room, please chime in. Let me know that you're here. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get my speaking volume higher, Kevin, other than trying to scream. But that's my breather. I guess I can try to speak like this. Is that better? I know it's a different dialect now, but is that better? Anyway, it's an ongoing process, this TUNESday live stream, and I appreciate all of you who have come in from time to time, and for all of you that have been here on the regular basis as well. So I appreciate. Hey, Tanya, it's good to see you as well. You missed the brand new one, but or maybe you didn't. Maybe you were here listening, absorbing, trying to determine what the heck that sounds like. But anyway, I did not come in with anything other than really brand new material because I've been working hard on these two songs, the cover tune challenge, and I do have something that is super old school that I think I'm going to play now. So if you were paying attention this past week, I decided on Thursday, Throwback Day, to go back in time to my high school recordings and release a collection of tunes from 9th grade through 12th grade in high school. At the time, they were all instrumental. Some of them may have some lyrics added to them if I decide to resurrect them from the dead. But it's a free digital download, so I now have a Bandcamp page for Jonn Buzby. Feel free to head to Jonn Buzby, that's JONNBUZBY.bandcamp.com, and you can download the tunes for free and laugh when you hear all the antiquated synthesizer sounds associated with it. But as this is one of the earliest songs I wrote, I think I started writing it back in middle school, I'm going to go ahead and play a tune that, ironically enough, is entitled Untitled As of Yet. Hope you enjoy. We're going to do that over because I completely brain farted. Give me 1 sec. Wow, what the heck just happened? All right, we're going to come back to that one because apparently my brain is just going aflutter, and H.H. Gregory has just come in my peripheral vision as well as I was trying to remember that second chord. I actually practiced this 2 minutes before going live, and for whatever reason, I am totally blanking on that second chord. I'm going to try one more time for the life of me to see if I can get this without looking. There it is. So I think at the time when I was writing that song, I had just become familiar with the idea of a lot of avant-garde composers, and also specifically with the idea of John Cage. And John Cage was a weird dude. For those of you who are unfamiliar with him, he was a guy who basically stated in interviews that he was enthralled with being at parades and having that sound that would occur when one... Exactly. There you go, Mike. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to get to that in a second here. He was enthralled by this notion that a band could be playing one song and kind of fading off in the distance while another band could be playing an entirely separate song and start fading in at the same time. So he liked this notion of contrast and conflict. And that was one of the things that defined him. Yes, H.H. Gregory has made his showing tonight. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you again. But his most well-known composition, I mean, it's either brilliance or stupidity. I'm not entirely certain. But he basically got a bunch of people in an auditorium to debut a song called 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And what he did, walked in, crowd applauds. He sits down, he gets to the piano, does this, and just sits there. And the audience, not really quite knowing what's going on, starts murmuring amongst themselves and talking amongst themselves. And, I mean, who knows what the response was in general. But that, in essence, was the song. And after 4 minutes and 33 seconds transpired, lifts his hands, get up, take a bow. So, John Cage, people. And the idea behind that I tried to incorporate was the idea of two separate chords, which is the D major chord inverted, and then a G major chord in the root line, the bass line. And then same thing down here, I had a C minor chord with an E flat 4 sus. So that was kind of the basis of the songwriting component of it, and back when I was starting off in music theory and whatnot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. There's a full version with an actual melody and other parts in it at jonnbuzby.bandcamp.com. In the meantime, if you have any requests of music that you know of mine, please send them my way. I'm happy to play them for you. In the meantime, I think I'm going to play another tune from the newest Damn Fine Coffee album. And this one is entitled Uncle Joe. Yourself Just another tangerine is all I ever dreamed. Such a vibrant, brand new soul, a radiant violet beam. Can't begin to fathom how, when blessed the power of three, you could ever let your life go this way. Bring it now. You just keep losing more, come up by the day. Haven't you had enough of being the way? Take us for a ride, put on another show. How can you help yourself if you will never grow? Get us back again, we're trying to plan stuff over better off away. Take us for a ride on another show. How can you help yourself if you will never grow? Such a sad display, I'm sure that you must know we're better off away. I said we're better off away from you, Uncle Joe. So that song was not about an Uncle Joe, but it was about an uncle. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, that was from For Richmond or Poorer, which is the new Damn Fine Coffee album, which is apparently not that new anymore. Because with pandemic life, there is no time. Every day runs together. Thank you. I'm glad you like Uncle Joe. I'm glad you like Weight of the World. I may have missed a couple comments in between. I saw there was a really long one, and it totally screwed me up because I saw it in peripheral vision and tried to read it at the same time as I was playing. So you may have noticed the exact moment my eyes caught a glimpse of it, but I'm going to go back and reread everything afterwards. If I do miss something that's very important during the live stream, please toss it my way again, and I will happily respond to it. The downside about having all of these collated on one page is there's really only room for about 2 or 3 comments before, you know, it scrolls off the screen. Anyway, I think we are going to move forward. Do you want the cover tune challenge first? Or do you want the long-awaited Purple Giraffe? I'll wait. You tell me. One or the other, I'm going to be looking at lyrics, because for Purple Giraffe, we wrote those ones late last night and revised a couple this morning, and this was literally thrown together in the last 48 hours. And what it incorporates are the following features. If I recall correctly, Andrew Tapp suggested the name Purple Giraffes. He also asked for E. Dorian, which E. Dorian, another music theory thing here, is that it's a D scale where you have the F sharp and the C sharp. So if you know your circle of fifths, this is the top of your clock. What are you doing, cat? So H.H. Gregory is making noise and trying to grab things off of a table. So this could get interesting soon. We need to have like an HHG cam. That'll be the next thing we add. But anyway, circle of fifths, C, you have no incidentals. Incidentals would be sharps or flats. If you scroll time-wise to your right, like you're moving forward in time, a fifth. Here's your C. You jump up a fifth, you go to G. which ironically were the 2 notes I played in the original opening tune. But by jumping up to that 5th, the 7th of that scale becomes sharped. So F sharp on a G. You pop up to a D, then you also keep that first sharp and you add a sharp on C sharp. But the E Dorian, what that does is that mimics the D scale, but it's an E scale instead. So it's pretty cool. It has an interesting sound to it, and I incorporated that. There was also the request for a C major 7 chord. I threw one of those in there a couple times. And also a C add 9, which is... Now, for my purposes, I cheated a little bit and decided to throw the C up top. Same chord, just augmented, or just, thrown around there. All right, cover tune challenge. We'll talk about the rest of this in a second. Fine. As always, I take a guitar-based song, convert to piano. If I use your suggestion, you get a free digital download. If you are the first person to correctly guess the name and the name of the artist and the name of the song, you also win a free digital download. And then I try to do the best I can to not screw it up too much. I do take requests if it's stuff that I already know and if it's music of my own. For future weeks, though, absolutely, if you want to do a cover tune challenge request, all that I ask is that it's guitar-based, not already piano-based, and then I can have some fun with it and transition it over. So you can send that over through the chat, you can send it over through a message, or you can also basically go to the Facebook group for TUNESday with Jonn Buzby and add it to the thread there. In the meantime, let's get moving on this. I mean, I could definitely do some Red Hot Chili Peppers in the future. The thing with this is because I'm converting stuff over, I'm not that good that I know stuff off the top of my head. I hate to say it. But I also like to try and make it my own. So, yeah, I'll happily look at that one and take a listen. And if it's something that works, then we'll run with that in a future TUNESday. But that there's definitely going to be a Red Hot Chili Peppers song that I'm going to cover at this point. That seems to make perfect sense. In the meantime, get your fingers ready. If you're first to guess, you win a free digital download. It's 8:16 a.m. when you wake up to me. politically responsive. We want to leave Wisconsin for a new life. On the trailer and the tender and the porch. Of course we'll bring the dog. Any guesses out there? The rap should be a bit of a hint. Of course, at some point, then want to sing again. So it becomes a rap, then a sing, whatever. But this is a very well-known band from Omaha, Nebraska that fused a lot of rap, rock, and reggae into a sonic stew of awesomeness. And if you didn't get it, the name of the band is 311, and the song is 8:16 a.m. So, quick aside, quick story for me. I found out about this band. I went to Wake Forest University, and I worked at Wake Radio. Wake Radio! And a lot of times, CDs would come in, back when people did CDs all the time. And you could pick a couple out to review and whatnot and decide what goes on the playlist. Well, I see this little CD sampler come in, and the name of the album, or the name of the artist is 311, and there's 3 songs on there. And I could not stop laughing when I saw the title, My Stony Baby. So I picked it up as a joke. I'm thinking, this is going to be awful. This is just going to suck. I pop it in my CD player, and that first tune is Freak Out, and I've been on the roller coaster ride ever since. Have most of their catalog at this point. They're still playing. I highly recommend you check them out. I was going to originally do All Mixed Up, which is their most well-known song, but that tune is almost too simple. So I decided to mix it up and do one of my favorites, 8:16 a.m., and that can be found off the Grassroots album. One word, Grassroots. Band is 311. Check them out if you don't already know their stuff. You probably know their stuff, but haven't tied it together. But it's good stuff. I highly recommend it. Anyway, thank you so much for the feedback. I enjoy playing that tune. It's a fun little ditty. Don't met me, Mock. You don't like 311, Mike? Come on now. Come on now. You got to delve deeper into the catalog, my friend. There's some good stuff out there. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and then move forward with the long-awaited. We're going to do one more song. One more song. If you have any requests of my own stuff, send it my way, and I'll play that. Otherwise, I'll pick something off my list. And then we're going to unveil Purple Giraffe. All right, what do we got on this list here today? I've been doing stuff from the new album, so I should probably go back and do something a little bit older. Let's see. Yibbity yobbity yobbity yoop. Wow. Maybe. Yeah, let's do all right, we're gonna go and do an old school Land of Chocolate tune real quick. I mean, could I handle the rapping? I don't know if I got that in me. It was a little bit difficult at times, but yeah, let's do an old Land of Chocolate tune. See how that turns out. Haven't played this in quite some time. Mike, I'll give you the option if you would like The Pursuit of Happiness, if you would like Killing with Kindness, if you would like Self-Control, if you would like Double Standard Booth. If you respond quickly, I'll choose the one, or I'll play the one that you want out of those 4. Otherwise, we gonna move forward with the okay. Double Standard Booth. Here we go. You got it in just under the wire. Okay, just reminding myself. Here we go. When I met you, laying up crash and burn. Thank you for working with me through that, because I certainly was not remembering a couple things up front. You would think it'd be simple. It's literally a half step in a lot of ways. But nope, didn't quite get it all right, but that's okay. That is off of the first Atlanta Chocolate album, entitled Unicorn on the Cob, available at AtlantaChocolateBand.com. But now, let's stop delaying any longer. Let's go ahead and do something, because since I already was screwing up that last song, let's do a tune that I'm absolutely bound to screw up here. Because the coup de grace that was asked is I was asked to put in some 13/8 meter. So I decided to tie together the E Dorian scale with the 13/8 concept. And then I took some liberties from there. But you should be able to hear in the midst of this entire tune, E Dorian scale, C major 7, C add 9, and 13/8. So we're going to give it a shot here. Purple Giraffe. That's what I say. What could possibly go wrong? And I'm adding vocal harmonies, so I got to find myself an empty channel too. So what? All right, let's make this happen. woke up on a Saturday, wondering what to do. Such a lovely day outside. Let's go to the zoo. Pass by the walruses and wave the breeze below. We saw the clock go two. We paired all the donkeys, but nothing that we saw could prepare us for you. The sun was setting on the stage, ready to head home. But channeling the mighty buffalo, the kids wanted to roam. Stampeding through the elephants, while the tigers loose. Past the kangaroos, right and seen, they stopped in the tracks when the strangest sight alive came into view. You're dancing in red, feel my feeling blue. Cause they can't be with you. You're dancing in red, you're my feeling blue. Cause they can't be with you. Purple giraffe. Thank you. I'm glad you love the harmony because I somehow did not go to an empty channel and instead played something else. Had to find an empty channel and get back on it. But yes, my favorite part of writing those lyrics, I don't know, this cracks me up. Maybe this is my sense of humor. But I love that the one question that the author of, or I guess the subject or the narrator of this song is, of all the questions in the world, they want to ask the purple giraffe, why is their neck so long? I don't know. It amuses me. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. Thank you, everyone who chimed in to help with make that song happen. And you get writing credit when it gets shared on the airwaves to the kiddie stations all over town. Why is your neck so long? It's a good question, right? And I got to say, I also enjoyed the, is your dad seeing red? Is your mom feeling blue? I mean, come on now. Let's mix some primary colors and get some purple. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to close out with a couple tunes more. Please, 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 if you have any requests, send them to me. Since I spent almost my entire week trying to put those 4 tunes together, I really have not had any game plan in terms of what else I was going to play. But I'm always happy to kind of just pick stuff as I go. And let's see. You know what I want to do? Let's try this. I have not done this one in a while. But this would be possibly the title track of the next album for Damn Fine Coffee. I know, hours move fast. I mean, it's 9:50. It's fine. There's still time. I'll keep playing if you want me to keep playing. I just might take longer and longer sips of water. So, wait, if Kevin Feely can't be here next week, I'm boycotting this show. I'm sorry. I have not yet done a show without Kevin. And Kevin, you are my kindred spirit on this show. I need you. I need your guidance. Can you set up your chat to just automate messages so that you're there even if you're not there? Because it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. I'm going to actually write a Kevin Feely song, I've decided. Just because you can't be here next week. We're going to write a song, Kevin Feely. Ooh. We can try it, Mike. Helpless and it's actually going to have a full version on the 3rd full-length Lana Chocolate album that may finally be done at some point. Waiting on about 3 more guitar tracks. Everything else is pretty much done. Oh, the Kevin Feely song is going to be my go-to. Everyone's going to be requesting that every single week. So I'm going to write the best song ever for Kevin Feely. I can give you a little sneak preview already because I'm gestating it in my head. Let's see. Kevin Feely is here every week. When he comes around, my knees are weak. Kevin Feely is here every week. When he comes around, my knees are weak. Kevin Feely is here every week. He's here every week. When he comes around, Kevin Feely is here every week. Kevin Feely. When he comes around. That's terrible. That is terrible. Terrible. If you're going to write a masterpiece song about Kevin Feely, you got to sit with it for a little bit. So, well, I'll come back to that one. That's fine. Never tempted Buzby near a keyboard. That's true. You don't know what we're going to do with the keyboard. There are 88 keys, and every last one of them we find a way to soil. I'm going to try Helpless for you. It might take me a second to kind of get a few of the notes, but we're going to give it a shot here. Okay, I know it starts on an A. That's good. Let's see. All right. We're going to give it a shot here. If I stop midway through, I apologize. But I think I can pull this off. I think I can. Let's try it. All right. Here's the key. That's a guitar lick, so I'm trying to remember the guitar lick. Try. Looking for reasons when none will suffice. Changing seasons has made me think twice. I should feel the template baby true. Nope, we don't have this one. I almost did. work on that one for you, Mike. I have not played that one in a long time, but I do know there's a kick-ass part in there if I could get all those sections. Imagine I did the rest of the song in between there. So you got the beginning, you got the ending, and then cleanse your soul with some rubbing alcohol, and then go and actually listen to the EP. So that was a shit show. I can own it. Anyway, let's get back to tunes I know, and we'll finish off with two more, and then I'm gonna wish you a fond evening and bid you adieu. Love you all. Thank you all for coming out and supporting. Thank you for being part of the conversations within the chat room. It means a lot to me. And thank you for doing your part also to share, like, subscribe, tell others, and get more people in here. So that's how we let this grow. We do not make this grow by playing Helpless. That's for sure. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to do a song that is going to be on the new Damn Fine Coffee album called STEM. Reflecting on the year gone by, we're stuck on new terrain. Celebration draws to me, but I'm stuck inside my brain, yeah. So raise a toast to give me some, while the world is raising up its stem. I sit alone and wonder where this ends. discombobulated. I'm just going to say it. My brain started misfiring around 9:52 when I tried to do Helpless. I forgot that when I set down these loop pedals and I stored them, that they were not on subsequent channels. So, for the record, we're just going to lay down those final vocal harmonies live for you so you can hear how it's actually supposed to end. That's how it's supposed to end. Anyway, I think I'm calling it tonight, guys. I've hit a wall. I don't really have much left. I do love you all. I thank you all for coming on out. I think I just did not get enough sleep this week, and so I had about 50 minutes of music in me, and that was it. So, I love you all. Be good, be kind to one another, and be good to yourself, and I'll see you in a week. I'll see you, Kevin, in 2. Good night.